4, 5, 6.
What's up, Lynn?
What's up, Hyde?
Takes a freeze.
Yeah, he's outside with Toddy. Yeah. Can you confirm Hottie's mic?
Basketball is up next as the Woburn Tanners welcome in the reigning and defending Division I state champions in the Andover girls basketball Golden Warriors. Tonight, both teams look to punch their ticket to the Elite Eight. Alongside Zeke Altman, I am Joy Matroni, and we've got Hadi Bilal down on courtside. Zeke, as I mentioned, these Andover Golden Warriors, defending champions, but the team is different than it was a year ago.
100% Joey. This team lost a lot of seniors, but this year they are just as good with the championship DNA. But this Woburn team has playoff DNA. They have experience with McKenna Morrison, Riley Morgan, Shannon McCarthy. They are just stacked on every level. This should be a
Number 22, Gloria Igwe. Number 3, Elizabeth LaRobert. Number 2, Kate Margolis. And number 1, Arissa Dorella. And now, introducing the starting lineup for the Tanners. Number 22, Brooke Uzo. Number 1, McKenna Morrison. Number 31, Shannon McCarthy. McCarthy. Number 13, Jalen Connor. And number 15, Captain Ryan Morgan.
Anthony set them up fast, but I mean, obviously, he had other stuff to worry about. So. We're fixing it. We had our feed on the same thing, so I just got remiked, and you should be good now, Hadi.
Mr. Donnie McGillicuddy.
1,
On
2,
Friday night,
3.
Donnie collapsed while officiating a state tournament game in Watertown. He was a long time
We had
member
your
of the
mic and my mic on the same feed, so I am now remiked on a different line, and then you're good.
Knowing all that is great about the game of basketball. Donnie was a friend to so many in both Woburn, Andover, and the Middlesex League and Merrimack Valley Conference. On behalf of the Woburn Memorial
I'm now remiked, so I think we should be good, yeah.
We ask you to honor Donnie
Yeah.
in a moment of silence.
Can you just go check when you go back in, check all 3 mics? Yeah. Thank you.
Hadi will let you know.
Thank you. And now, for the playing of our national anthem.
One, 2, 3, 4.
That might have just happened during it.
What's up?
Welcome back inside the Woburn Public Media Center as we get you set and ready to go for tonight's Sweet 16 action. Zeke, as we take a look back before the start of this game, the Tanners came away with their victory against EVD Veterans Memorial High with a
9, 8, 7,
72-36 victory,
5.
in arguably their best game of the season.
Yeah, now you look at that score, 72-36. You might think the Tanners had it under control all 4 quarters. Wrong. They had it control for the second, third, and fourth, but the first quarter was not good enough. They ended that 10-6. The Tanners need to go out there strong and work hard on the offensive end. On defense, they've been good all season in the first quarter. But on offense, they need to pick it up, and that falls on the hands of McKenna Morrison and Shannon McCarthy.
McKenna Morrison, the junior guard, was the fuel for the offense in the victory over Peabody, scoring 23 points, but as a team also, the Lady Tanners shot their best from distance as they have all season long. So expect the Lady Tanners to look for more of that this evening, but they're going up against a duo in Alessia Dorlis and number 23, Ella Vidoni as well.
Yeah, and I want to see how Steve Sullivan utilizes his substitute set. Alina Ayanian, how is she going to come off the bench and play some big defense for the Tanners team?
We are underway with a spot to the Elite Eight on the line. Andover takes the initial tip, a trap in the corner right away. Number 3, Elizabeth LaRovere, drives right in, no good. Offensive rebound, and the opening layup is good for the Golden Warriors.
Look at the early press here from the Tanners. How can they deal with it throughout the game?
Jalen Cuniff and McKenna Morrison play catch as Cuniff gets it across the line. Cross-court pass for Morrison from McCarthy back to Cuniff now on the wing. Riley Morgan, senior captain, gets control for the first time and sets the screen for Morrison.
Andover playing a zone here, just trying to figure out their way how to defend McKenna Morrison. They're doing pretty well this possession.
Morrison on the wing. Tanner's still looking for an open shot. Riley Morgan, free throw line jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Andover has control.
Jump ball, Woburn ball.
Rather, they'll call it a jump ball, and Woburn takes possession after the tip-off win by Andover, and Cuniff will trigger the inbound to Morrison in the corner. Morrison goes back to Riley Morgan, back to McKenna. Jalen Cuniff, top of the key now, has a handle, back to Riley Morgan. Morrison still moving a lot, now going back into the corner for Riley Morgan. Morrison on the drive, corner jumper, Morgan, no good. Rebounded by Andover. And it's number 1, Arissa Doralis, who takes it up and little handoff now. Into the post it goes. Number 23, Vadoni now. Swung back the other way into the post. McCarthy with some tight defense. Ball knocked loose by Morrison. A fight for it. Cuniff comes away with it. Rather, Morgan now has it. Driving right in. No good. Tuzolo fighting for the rebound on the floor. And a jump ball. Possession favoring Andover.
Now, I know she didn't finish there on the layup, Joey, but haven't we seen that all year long? Riley Morgan with the defense, picking Ella Vadoni's pocket there and giving Woburn a chance at possession. How can they do the next possession?
Slow start to this game offensively as we get a travel in the backcourt. 2-0 with 6:07 to go in the first quarter. And the Tanners have an opportunity now. Side out of bounds. To score their first points of the ballgame.
Ella Vadoni having trouble early, as well as McKenna Morrison, to find her shot and give her team an opportunity to succeed.
Shannon McCarthy swings it back to Riley Morgan. Brooke Tuzolo now in the corner, ball loose. McCarthy a fight for her, jump ball signaled for again. This time it's Woburn basketball.
Checking in from Woburn, number 12, Caitlin McCarthy.
Caitlin McCarthy, an early substitution here for Brooke Tuzolo. We've seen that all year long.
McCarthy had 10 points in the win over Peabody as Morrison tried a three, didn't go down.
Some play design from head coach Steve Sullivan to get McKenna Morrison wide open on a three-point shot. That truly is her bread and butter.
22, Gloria Igwe with some movement in the three going up and good for Andover to make it 5-0 early. Morgan with some pace ahead. Shannon McCarthy back to Morrison, top of the key three. No good. Offensive rebound. Shannon McCarthy left-hand layup is good. And the Tanners have broken the ice.
Yep, second chance points. That's what Woburn does. That's how Woburn kill you night after night.
Igwe still with the handle at the top of the key. Swung now for Vadoni. Looking inside, ball loose again. Tracked down by Doralis. Now back into Igwe outside. Jumper on the mid-range, no good, and rebounded by Jalen Cuniff. Morrison trying to push it ahead. Outside, McCarthy, top of the key three. No good, rebound Andover.
It's very similar to the start against Peabody veterans last Thursday. McKenna Morrison struggling to find her stroke from three-point land, but playing exceptional defense, facing that air ball the last possession.
McCarthy a little bit aggressive on defense, the drive, but a travel negates the layup.
It's a little bit of surprise how fast Igwe got past McCarthy there, but obviously the travel was the reason. As we see the entrance of Alina Ayanian, who will she guard? How will she become an important piece for this team? We've been asking that all year, and she's delivered for us as a freshman.
She provided the energy in the victory over Peabody, chasing around the top player, Lamanzi, for Peabody, and we'll see if she plays that same role again. Ayanian now top of the key, wing for Morrison. Swung, Tuzolo, corner three, got it!
Tuzlo at the beginning of that Peabody game, once again another player that struggled earlier, but two big threes in the second half was the reason the Tanners came away with that big, monstrous victory, and she looks like she still has that stroke going tonight for her.
Drive right away, Andover lost it out of bounds, but they'll take it as they say. It went off of Shannon McCarthy.
5-0 run for the Tanners after that McCarthy putback layup, and then the Brooke Tuzlo 3.
Tanners will not guard the inbound with Morrison having her back facing the opposite way and an off-ball foul prior to the inbound of the basketball.
Woburn foul number 31, Shannon McCarthy.
Shannon McCarthy picks up the foul. That's only her first here early in the first. 5-5, 3:42 to go. Tanners and Golden Warriors looking to punch their ticket to the Elite Eight. High arcing pass off the mark. Riley Morgan tracks it all the way down beyond half court, still with some tight defense on LaRoviere. Now the drive in, ball loose. McCarthy tried to go for it, taking a knee on the ground, rips it away, jump ball. Andover retains possession.
Checking in for Woburn number 13, Jalen Cummings.
The five starters back out there together as Ayeni and McCarthy rotated through the lineup.
Another errant pass. This one goes beyond half court, and it is over and back.
Questionable decision why Ella Vidoni saw her body and her momentum going towards the backcourt, but deciding to catch the ball before the backcourt. Interesting decision from her, but the Tanners get back possession.
The backcourt violation, the fourth turnover early for the Golden Warriors. Morrison going inside McCarthy. Extra pass by Morgan to Tuzlo, who is no good from three. Offensive rebound, Cuniff underneath the basket. Swung back for Morgan. Morrison swung Tuzlo. Same corner. Three rattles out. Morrison tracks down the offensive board in the corner. Right into the post. Here comes a triple team on McCarthy. Outside Riley Morgan. Pump fakes back to Shannon. Morrison's three, no good. And Andover takes the rebound with under 3 minutes to go.
Now I just want to highlight Shannon McCarthy. As soon as she got the basketball down low, three Andover players collapsed on her, denying her a chance at any sort of shot.
Another traveling violation, and the Tanners caused another turnover. Zeke, another defensive first quarter in back-to-back weeks for the Tanners.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised, Joey. That's just how the Tanners come out of games. They come out with the energy, just maybe a little tense in their way on the offensive end. They're getting good shots. Brooke Tuzlo and McKenna Morrison have had about 3 good threes opportunities each. Of course, Tuzlo hitting that one, and they're crashing the glass. They are getting offensive rebounds. Last possession, about 2 to 3 offensive rebounds. They just couldn't get a basket to go.
Riley Morgan swinging from the top of the key back to Jalen Cuniff. Cuniff going back to Riley. Riley swinging to the corner for Shannon McCarthy. Through a double team, goes back to Cuniff on the wing. Now right back to Shannon, corner three. No good.
Now there, Joey, McCarthy heaving up that three. They just couldn't find a good shot. They couldn't find an opportunity for an open three or an open layup. It just wasn't there for them, so McCarthy had to heave up that three-point shot.
More tight defense, leading to a forced three by Andover, and the Tanners get a rebound. Ayenian again playing some great on-ball defense. She has it now, setting up the play. McCarthy running over to set a screen. Instead, Ayenian swings it for Cuniff, who finds Riley Morgan in the corner. Kaylee McCarthy gets fouled on the block.
And I just want to highlight Alina Ayenian resetting the play, backing up, her fingers pointing where to go. That's a freshman, Joey, out there, directing the offense in a round of 16 playoff game in Division I of the MIA. That's a freshman. That is the future of this Tanners basketball program.
Absolutely. If Cuniff will get it reset on the inbound, Morrison in the corner finds a double team. Riley McCarthy checking in, gets it to Ayenian. Ayenian corner for Cuniff. Back to Morrison. Riley McCarthy, who's been a sharpshooter this season, finds her sister in Kaylee. Morrison finds Alina. Back to Cuniff now on the wing. a lot of passing on this possession for the Tanners. Cuniff tracks it down. McCarthy three is good.
You called it, Joey. Riley McCarthy, spot-up shooter all season long. And look at the way McKenna Morrison drove into the paint, caused Andover to collapse on her. She dishes out to Cuniff. Cuniff dishes out to Riley McCarthy. That's all from McKenna Morrison's skill level, causing havoc, and a foul called there on Andover as the carry violation.
Tanners with an 8-5 lead with 48.5 seconds to go in this first quarter. Again, slow start, but Riley McCarthy may have jump-started something there with the three. Ayenyan on the wing. Riley McCarthy has it back again on the top of the key. Looking to move with the basketball. Now thought about the three. Hands it off to Jalen Cuniff. He works the dribble handoff with Morrison. McCarthy drives in, finding her sister, and Riley McCarthy has scored 5 straight for the Tanners.
Boy, she doesn't miss. When the Tanners need a spark, Riley McCarthy is there. Put Riley McCarthy in the basketball game. She hasn't seen as much minutes as she maybe wanted to this season, but she's been incredible for the Tanners, as Steve Sullivan yelling for a travel.
And there it is.
Just on the other side of the court. Maybe a makeup call there, Joey.
Either way, the Tanners take back possession. They'll have a chance for the last shot with 11.1 seconds to go. Cuniff will inbound to Morrison.
Yep, 11.1 seconds, like you said. Steve Sullivan trying to get some offense in the game. Tried to get McCarthy in there, as the clock didn't look like it started, so the refs stopped it there. There's a chance to get Shannon McCarthy into the game.
They'll keep it at 10.7 for the moment. Maybe it'll stay at 10.7. Morrison in no rush, wanting to keep for the last shot. Top of the key. Waiting for a screen. Instead, fires it. Corner three going up.
The fact that they've been to that situation before and they know how it feels like. But overall, what you said about the offense has finally been heating up later in the quarter with Riley McCarthy and those amazing shots. But overall, offense is trying to come into its own, getting settled. First quarter is a little always jittery. That's just how it is in playoff basketball. But overall, the offense is looking nice. Just the last play we just saw, it was a perfect play for Brooke Tuzlo, and she was open for the wide open shot. So I mean, I think they have it in the bag of exactly what they need to do on offense. So it's going to be exciting to see what they're going to do in the second quarter.
Yeah, Hadi, I couldn't agree more. The experience in these type of games is absolutely key. And we know the Tanners for a team that likes to work fast, but as we've seen in the first quarter of this ball game, Andover doing their best to slow down the pace of this game. For the second week in a row, we've had a low-scoring first quarter.
You have to, Joey. You have to. If you're playing against a Woburn team with the speed of McKenna Morrison, with the speed of Riley Morgan, Brooke Tuzlo, Jalen Cuniff, go on and on and on. You have to slow the pace of the game, or else they're going to beat you in transition, on defense, and on offense. It's just how Woburn play.
Second quarter underway. Cuniff swung for Tuzlo, top of the key. Back to McCarthy, who tried to post up. Riley McCarthy wide open. You bet! She is on fire to start this one.
It just baffles me how, yes, Shannon McCarthy is one of the best players in the court, as a traveling violation here on Andover. Wow, the Tanners' defense is stifling right now.
Zeke, I feel like that travel almost benefited Andover. The Golden Warriors had thrown it right to McKenna Morrison for an easy layup.
Yeah, just don't make that mistake in the first place, Joey, if I'm Andover.
Cuniff fires it all the way over to Riley McCarthy. Tuzlo swung for McCarthy, and the Tanners rain down another three.
3 McCarthy threes, Joey. 1 for Shannon, 2 for Riley. Boy, they can shoot the basketball.
This stretch dating back to last game, Zeke, is I think the best we've seen the Lady Tanners shoot from distance all season long.
Oh yeah. But it seems like every year they start to heat that up during the playoffs. They start a little rusty from three-point range.
Getting hot at the best possible time. As Vadoni fires up a long three, no good. McCarthy rebound. Morrison will reset it.
That was a very interesting shooting form from the Andover player.
Cuniff now in no rush, goes back to Morrison from beyond the volleyball line. Back to Jalen now, who finds Riley McCarthy, who is not afraid to shoot this one. This one doesn't fall down. But if they're going to keep giving the space, Riley's going to keep shooting.
Yeah, that one just a little bit more contested, but Riley McCarthy, she's obviously in rhythm, and she's not afraid to shoot the basketball right now. That's the kind of confidence you want out of a first-year varsity sophomore in Riley McCarthy.
La Rovier set it for Vidoni, now going inside. Layup doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Second chance, no good. And Riley McCarthy will take it up. Stopping on the wing, going back to Shannon. Cuniff now on the wing. And it's taken away. And a free 2 points on the other end for Andover. Nice deception there.
Just a small mistake from Cuniff. She just needs to reset here as the Tanners are on a good run. Can't let that mess with your head.
McCarthy in the corner goes back to Morrison. Swung all the way for Cuniff on the other end. Into the corner now, Tuzolo looking for Riley McCarthy. Pass to Cuniff is ripped away and stolen by Andover, and it's La Rovier who will reset. Now the high arcing jumper, no good from the mid-range. Morrison takes it away and looks to push it ahead. Riley McCarthy goes back to McKenna. McKenna knifing right through. Open Cuniff three. Bang!
Jalen Cuniff, another player that can shoot the rock for the Tanners team. She finds herself open, and she feels the confidence. Even after that turnover on the last possession, she felt she could take that shot with confidence and drain it. Take a look at the hockey substitution about to come in for Steve Sullivan's Tanners.
Williams, Ayenyen, and Morgan set to come in as the layup no good. Offensive rebound. Strong move. Up and under 4-2.
Timeout called by Woburn and Steve Sullivan. The one player I want to highlight for Andover is Laura Igwe. She's gotten 2 putback layups. They're having trouble with her on the glass. She's been getting offensive rebounds. That, if anything, that's what the Tanners need to start assuring is Laura Igwe and how to stop her on the offensive glass. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Hadi Bilal, talk about the defense that the Tanners are playing today.
Yeah, no, I think the defense has been playing very well so far. We've held them only to a few points so far in the first quarter, and then adding on to the second quarter. In addition to defense, I also want to add on to how the offense has been playing. Continuing on, it seems like, from the last game, just raining down threes, especially from both the McCarthys. But overall, I think they've finally got into their groove and started to get into what they need to do. The playmaking is all there. Coach Steve Sullivan's created some great plays for them so far, and it's just about making the most of those opportunities. You get a lot of wide open shots, you just got to make the most out of them to take advantage of them. But overall, it's been a great second quarter so far for them. I think Coach Sullivan is satisfied so far.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Hadi, that head coach Steve Sullivan is satisfied. When you're up 10, 12 minutes into this game in a round of 16 matchup, you can only be happy with your team. Of course, maybe dissatisfied with some of the rebounding and that one errant pass from Cuniff, but everyone's going to make mistakes. How can they build on the success they've had and keep that momentum going?
Ayenyen now at the top of the key, swinging for Riley Morgan on the wing. McKenna Morrison will reset. Morgan open, going extra pass. Amari Williams, and it's intercepted. La Rovier to reset across the timeline, guarded by Morrison. Poked away by McKenna. Now La Rovier having to run all the way back. Gets it back across the timeline and will reset the play.
Yeah, on that last position, Joey, Riley Morgan just seeing her fellow senior captain Amari Williams with post position as she gets called for the foul. Amari Williams saw her with post position there and wanted to feed her. Just forced it a little bit.
Dorilos went right through, tried to go for the high arcing layup. Shot didn't go down, but she'll have 2 at the line.
Dorilos, of course, with that strange shooting form from earlier, but how can she mix that up with a free throw shooting form?
Very similar between the jump shot form and the free throw form. First one doesn't go down.
Similar with the result of the shot, too, there.
Quick exit here for Amari Williams as Shannon McCarthy is ready to come back in, along with Riley McCarthy, who's the hot hand from distance.
Yeah, someone that is not similar to Dorilos in her shooting form.
Dorless does get that one to go, nothing but net. And Morrison will restart it for the Tanners with 3:42 and counting left to go in the first half. Ayenyan with some speed driving in. McCarthy, corner, looking for a pass. Ayenyan able to stay with it. Underneath, looking for Kaylee McCarthy, but it's taken away. Carl there with some pace up ahead. Dorlas, free throw line, going inside for Igwe, but it's off the hands and out of bounds.
Yep, once again, trying to find Igwe down low, using her skill, gaining post position, and using her strength, but they just couldn't find her there. Another errant pass from Andover.
McKenna Morrison goes to the corner for Kaylee McCarthy. Back to Morrison now, looking to go one-on-one with Laura Bear instead. Goes for Cuniff. Extra pass to Kaylee McCarthy, who finishes with a left-hand layup.
Kaylee McCarthy, a player that we haven't seen a lot today as a foul gets called on Morrison there for the reach. But McCarthy, when we think of McCarthy today, we think of Shannon and Riley, but boy, has Kaylee been good this season. Just that trio of McCarthys, but let's talk specifically more about Kaylee because she did complete that layup over there. She's been great off the bench. When we talked about the third option, I mentioned Kaylee McCarthy because of her double-digit performance last game, because how she can perform on defense as a good steal there by Cuniff.
Cuniff will go to Shannon, and Shannon will get an opportunity to run here. Now dishing it off to Morrison. Riley McCarthy in the corner. Morrison tries a three, hard off the back rim, no good. And Vidoni gets it ripped away by Cuniff. And now Riley McCarthy finds McKenna Morrison. Cuniff open, corner three, no good. Ball tipped around. McCarthy hit the deck, a whistle. Kickball violation is the ruling. And it looks like the Tanners have possession. Cuniff will inbound the basketball. Tanners setting up a stack off the inbound here. Kaylee McCarthy tries a corner three, and she is good from distance. Tanners extended their lead all the way out to 14. A lot of that is attributed to the three-point shooting.
The Tanners might need to start the McCarthy three count as it's up to 4, and Kaylee McCarthy there with a big steal.
McCarthy ended up with it, but Cuniff got her hand in from behind to knock it loose.
Yeah, Kaylee McCarthy on her own 5-0 run right now.
Morrison has her pass deflected right into the hands of McCarthy. Back to McKenna, but it goes off the hand and out of bounds. We talked about at the beginning of the season, Zeke, how this is somewhat of a family affair for the Tanners with all three McCarthys. They're showing up tonight, 18 of the 24 points, coming with the last name McCarthy.
18 of 24. Wow, Joey, that is impressive when you consider just the vast amount of points the Tanners have scored tonight and the shooting. The only other 6 points coming from a Brooke Tusalo three and a Jalen Cuniff three. Oh, what a rejection from Shannon McCarthy there.
Dorlas tried to pump fake, but instead had to come down, and that's where McCarthy got a piece of it.
And Joey, we can talk all we want about the 0 points from McKenna Morrison, but I think she is playing tremendously right now. Obviously, when you look at McKenna Morrison, you think of the scoring she provides and how flashy she is. But McKenna Morrison has been great on defense, and especially with her passing as she drives to the paint, kicks out. That's how you want your star players to play. When you think of the great players, you think of your Giannis Antetokounmpos, you think of your Caitlin Clarks. That's what they do. They drive to the paint and kick and provide for their teammates.
Yeah, absolutely, Zeke. I think McKenna's been doing a lot of the things that don't show up on the stat sheet, and one of those things is energy. Holly, what are you seeing from the energy down courtside up to this point in the game?
Yeah, I know the energy is definitely high. I wanted to expand on what you said about driving into the paint so far. I think one thing Andover's defense has done very well so far is as the players drive into the paint, they're being kind of stopped most of the time. I'm talking about the Lady Tanners, but that it's kind of been overshadowed by how good we've been passing the rock around the arc, and overall great opportunities being created beyond the arc. But or if there was someone open underneath the basket. But there's been a little bit of trouble going into the paint so far. I've seen from the Woburn Lady Tanners so far. I know his defense has been doing well in that area.
Yeah, Hadi, you mentioned the ball movement beyond the arc. They're just swinging the rock, making that extra pass, and it's been great for the Tanners how they've performed at that level.
A little bit of miscommunication for a moment, but Riley McCarthy's there to save it. McCarthy swings for Morrison, and there is the offensive production.
Morrison, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. She's doing everything for the Tanners right now from an energy standpoint. And look at the extra pass there. Shannon McCarthy finding McKenna Morrison for the 3, and a travel for the Golden Warriors. The Tanners on defense once again.
Laurel Rivera took too many steps, and the Tanners have all the momentum, pointing their side with 1 minute and a second to go in the second quarter.
And I just want to highlight, I know the Tanners up 17 with 1 minute left in the the first half, but Andover were down 9 points.
Going into just the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
So they've got another 2 quarters to work with to come back from this deficit. The Tanners absolutely cannot let off the gas pedal. Another beautiful extra pass, and Ayenyan gets an easy lay.
Did you see that ball movement, Joey? McCarthy to McCarthy, finding Ayenyan. That was magnificent.
Laurel Rivera trying to set it up again. Inside, double team comes by the Tanners. Dorlas has to float one up, no good.
That's what they're doing right now, Joey. That's what Andover are doing. They can't find any open looks, so they're heaving up shots that they probably can't hit.
Under 15 seconds as Cuniff takes too many steps for a travel.
Yeah, just got off balance there with the basketball and couldn't stay on and took an extra step there. Last defensive possession, Joey.
11 seconds to go. Laurel there into the corner for Vidoni, driving right in. Layup doesn't go. Tanners will have one more chance. Up ahead, Kaylee McCarthy stops, fires, and over the basket, no good. But the Tanners go into the half with all the momentum, up 19.
Especially with all the momentum. Did you see that shot that Vidoni took to end the half? It was embarrassing. You're driving into the paint with 2 players there, and you're taking a shot that's heavily contested. Andover have not found a rhythm, but it's all the credit to Steve Sullivan and his defense right now. It's been incredible. Hadi, what have you seen in this first half that's made you smile?
I mean, I just think the preparation, you can see the preparation of how hard they prepare to make this game go the way it has been so far. I think Coach Steve Sullivan might not be fully satisfied because he only will be fully satisfied with a win today, but he's probably going to the halftime locker room feeling pretty good what he saw out there. What you can see is that they've done their scouting, they've done exactly what they needed to do. They find the holes in the defense, and they've been doing very well on defense. Just overall, all phases of the game, they've just been doing well so far. Deficit just kept growing in the second quarter. We've talked about a switch all throughout the season, but I mean, I think that switch turned on as soon as the game got tipped off, and that's an amazing thing to see because that's exactly what this team needs to do in the playoffs, especially against great teams like Andover and what they're going to be facing if they win tonight in the future.
Yeah, Hadi, I think we should expect more of the same in the second half. Obviously, not exactly what we've seen. There are going to be small adjustments, but the game plan has worked out perfectly up to this point.
Yeah, 100%, Joey. And Alan Habino, head coach of Andover, what does he say to his girls right now in the locker room? That's going to be so key. What adjustments can he make? That will be major, because if Andover can't find adjustments, they're not going to be able to stop a Tanner team that is clicking on all levels right now, Joe.
Yeah, Zeke, I think also this isn't something that's uncharted territory for this Andover team. Despite being the defending champs, they've faced adversity up to this point in the season. They're without Michaela Buckley and also Nia Vidoni, who are out due to injury. And in that time, when they haven't had their normal lineup, and of course they lost the 4 seniors as well, Coach Habino has looked to defense and rebounding to be the things that fuel the Golden Warriors. So expect those to be a big part of the conversation at halftime.
Yeah, 100%. Let's face it, the Golden Warriors are getting beaten to every basketball, every 50-50 basketball right now. And the defense from beyond the arc has been abysmal for Andover, to say the least. Andover trying to slow the pace of the game now. Woburn, usually that's their weakness, but Steve Sullivan's game plan, it's been beautiful to go against that sort of style. The movement with the basketball, we saw that last possession, Kaylee McCarthy to Riley McCarthy, finding a wide open Alina Ayanian for a layup. That's exactly the kind of basketball that Woburn are playing and killing their opponents. Joey?
A large hill to climb for the Golden Warriors, but they've got 16 minutes to do so as the Tanners look to hone their lead and punch their ticket to the Elite Eight. We'll be back for the second half after a quick break on WPMC. Welcome back inside the WPMC studios, and to get you started for the second half, we've got breaking news. The most popular upset in the world of tournament basketball has happened once again. The 12 seed Bridgewater Raynham has upset number 5 seed Wellesley, and we'll go down to Hadi Bilal for more on that matchup. Check in on that in a moment, but Zeke, the 12-5 upset strikes again, and the Tanners, if they can hold on, will be taking on Bridgewater Raynham in the Elite 8.
It's incredible, Joe. I feel like throughout this playoff, at halftime, we've been viewing upset after upset. Obviously, Andover coming back against Franklin last halftime, but this time, it actually going through. Bridgewater Raynham, the 12 seed, going into Wellesley and beating Wellesley. That is incredible. So, Joey, the winner of this basketball game right here will be playing Bridgewater Raynham. Of course, if Andover win, they will be playing Bridgewater Raynham in Bridgewater, but if Woburn win, they will be playing a home game against Bridgewater Raynham.
Once again, and we are underway with La Rovere to get it started in the third quarter. La Rovere goes right to Igwe on the wing, and the three goes up for Andover, and it's a good start. It's Kate Margolis who knocks down the opening jumper for the Golden Warriors. The Tanners try to answer with a Tuzolo jumper, no good. Morrison ripped it away, but they rule a jump ball.
Can't give Andover any light in this game, Joey. You saw what they did against Franklin in that fourth quarter, and like you said, with 2 quarters to get it done, can't let them get in rhythm. They need to keep doing what they were doing in the first half.
Morrison trying to answer, corner 3, no good. Still a fight for it. Morrison hits the deck, but it's still loose. And jump ball is ruled for the referee's point towards Andover this time.
Jump ball, Andover ball.
The pass goes right to Vidoni, but it's ripped away by Morrison. Morrison going right into McCarthy. The hop step, no. Layup doesn't go. Second chance, and she's fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
Of course, that win from Bridgewater Raynham coming on a buzzer beater. Wow, just drama in the world of MIAA tournament coverage.
We were talking about it pregame. Any team can beat any team on any given day, and we saw that in that matchup as McCarthy knocks down the first one, making it 30 points for the Tanners. McCarthy knocks down them both, 31-13 the score, early in the third quarter. 5-second violation, and the Tanners get another unforced error off the Golden Warriors.
That's what they do. That's what they do, Joey. Unforced errors from Andover there as the Tanners retain possession.
Brooke Tuzolo, wide open 3, doesn't go.
She was almost surprised about how much space she had, Joey.
La Rovere working on Cuniff. Goes right to Igwe. Back to Margolis for another 3. Doesn't go. Tuzolo rebound. Riley Morgan underneath the basket goes outside for Cuniff. Reset to Morrison. Extra pass. Tuzolo. Beautiful pass inside. Riley Morgan can't finish. McCarthy there to clean it up. Doesn't go. Second chance and is fouled again.
Yeah, that's what the Tanners do, Joey. I keep saying that's what the Tanners do. But on the offensive glass there, of course, Riley Morgan missing that layup. McCarthy there to support her teammate. Misses her shot. She gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and she's fouled. That's the persistence that the Tanners are playing with right now on this playoff run.
McCarthy knocks down another free throw. She's made 3 of the last 3. That makes it 8 points and 7 rebounds for Shannon. Make that 9 with the nice friendly bounce on the free throw make.
Friendly is an understatement, Joey. That almost hit the ceiling and came back down.
Another whistle before the inbound, and this time it looks like Andover will take a timeout. 33-13, the Tanners doubling up the Golden Warriors by 20.
Joey, we saw a good amount of turnovers that the Tanners had, especially in that Comcast tournament a couple weeks ago. And then that continued in the first half of the Peabody Veterans game. But this game, they're only coming in with 6 turnovers going into halftime. Like head coach Steve Sullivan said, you can deal with 12 or 13 turnovers in a game, but you can't deal with 20 or more. So keeping this at that 6 turnover margin is perfect if the Tanners want to go win this game and maintain what they've built in this first half.
Yeah, Zeke, the Tanners haven't committed a lot of turnovers, but they're also forcing a good amount from the Golden Warriors. Hadi, what have you seen on the defensive end for the Tanners?
Yeah,
up to this point with 6:40 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, every time over, and every time they're capitalizing on that every single time, and they're using that to their advantage. And I believe that both teams understand that that's something you don't want to do against a team of that caliber on either side. So Woburn winning their turnover battle, it's kind of reflected in the score we have here. So other than that, I think they're winning the turnover battle. That is making huge implications, and you can see that in the 20-point deficit for Andover.
Absolutely. And Zeke, something I wanted to mention. There's a group of people in the sports world that think momentum doesn't exist. I am completely in opposition of that, as I think the Tanners have gathered all the momentum up to this point in the matchup.
You know, Joey, those people that think that, they're lame. They don't want fun. And as you can see in this game, momentum does exist. Once Woburn put their foot on the gas pedal, they never took it off. And Andover are searching for that momentum. They need that momentum to get back in this game. So the people that say that, like I said, Joey, no fun.
Morrison misses the 3 on one end, and Laura Rivera coming back the other way, guarded by Cuniff. Works a dribble handoff with Dorp ahead. Finds an open man, and the 3 is good. It's Margolis again, the second time from distance. She's connected.
Yep, she is all the points that Andover have scored in this second half.
Cuniff tries to answer, no good off the back of the rim, but a whistle as the ball is in the air.
Yeah, Kaylee McCarthy going up for the rebound, but Gloria Igwe illegally trying to find her position on the glass, and McCarthy draws the foul.
33-16 your score. The Tanners still in control with 5:19 to go in the third quarter. Morgan went right underneath to McCarthy, who went too strong on the layup, but has some defense the other way, and the pass goes off the backboard and out of bounds. Tanner basketball.
Yep, Shannon McCarthy using her wingspan to try to stop the basketball, and as she does, it hits the backboard, giving Woburn another possession.
Riley Morgan inbounds it from underneath the basket, going right to McKenna Morrison, who drives in, floats it up, and that is her best shot, arguably, that she works on all season long.
Yeah, beautiful. Steve Sullivan drawing up that play to find McKenna Morrison open. She's running backward. A quick stop and change of pace there. There's a beautiful block there by Kaylee McCarthy. But Morrison, beautiful stop, change in pace. She gets into her groove with the floater, and here she is for 3.
And it's good! McKenna Morrison with a quick 5-point swing on her own. And it's 38-16. Andover trying to answer on the other end. Too strong. Rebound, Kaylee McCarthy.
Got a McKenna Morrison 5-0 run going right now for the Tanners.
This time it's in the hands of Kaylee McCarthy. She was looking for Morrison, but a little bit of miscommunication, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Morrison and McCarthy taking a break right now. This will be a very important period for the Tanners and the 5 they have on the floor to maintain what they have going on with McKenna Morrison and Shannon McCarthy both taking a seat.
Ella Seymour checking in. That is the junior guard.
Also in for number 44, Riley McCarthy.
Ayenyan playing some tight defense on Laura Over, who finds Dorolas into the corner. The 3 again for Andover. This time it's good. And the 3-point shooting has greatly increased in this third for the Golden Warriors.
It's all coming from Kate Margolis. She is providing a big-time spark for Andover, really keeping them within a little bit of touching distance of Woburn in this game. She's hit the 3 threes in this half. The Tanners need, like I talked about in the first half, Gloria Igwe on the glass, but this time it's Kate Margolis from three-point range. You know, we're being picky trying to find things that the Tanners need to do better, but this time it's the three-point shooting from Kate Margolis. We'll go down to our sideline reporter, Hadi Bilal. If you're the Andover head coach, Alan Habino, right now, what are you telling your team?
Yeah, I think it'd be remiss to not speak about how they don't have McKenna Morrison and Shannon McCarthy on the court right now. And this, if you want to make a run and try to cut that deficit down as much as you can, I think this is one of the best opportunities you're going to get all game, especially since it's the third quarter. Once it gets into the fourth quarter and the time starts running out and the deficit's still there, then it's not going to be as easy. But now you have an opportunity here, and you're going to do whatever you can with the people you have on the floor here to do as much as you can to cut that deficit down with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
4:11 left to go into this third quarter as the Golden Eagles try to claw back in. Remember, they were down 9 going into the fourth quarter a week ago. Riley McCarthy finds McKenna Morrison, back to Jalen Cuniff, top of the key. Riley McCarthy finds Kaylee McCarthy, now Riley Morgan. Everybody touching the ball on this possession for the Tanners. Beautiful ball movement inside. Kaylee McCarthy, extra pass. Corner, triple Morrison. Doesn't go. And Dorlas comes away with the rebound and resets to La Rovere. Dorlas driving right in. The reverse layup is good.
Yeah, good move by Dorlas to find her way to an open shot, and the reverse layup was pure. It's time for the Tanners' big-time defenders to come out now. The Riley Morgans, the McKenna Morrisons. We haven't seen Jasmine Morgan in this game, which will she come in and play a big impact in this one?
Riley McCarthy, extra pass to Kaylee, and she's fouled as the left-handed layup was altered.
No team really gaining momentum right now in this second half. Of course, Andover with the 3 threes, as well as the 2 there from Dorlas. But the Tanners really sticking with them in this one.
McCarthy misses the first of 2 from the charity stripe.
You know, if you're a Woburn Tanners girls basketball fan right now, you're wanting consistency. 4 quarters of consistent good basketball. That first quarter was solid. I thought they played much better on offense, getting shots, even though the score didn't reflect that. But that second quarter was just incredible how they played. Can they continue that towards the end of this third quarter here? Because it hasn't really been done yet.
Dorlas driving right in. McCarthy takes the charge.
Really reminiscing on Thomas O'Brien, how many charges he took for the boys basketball team. Shout out Shannon McCarthy, as that is a big play in this third quarter, being brave and courageous to just step right in there and get that charge down.
Taking after the All-Star, as O'Brien was named the Lone Middlesex League All-Star for the Tanners boys basketball. Hopefully a bright future for them, as Dorlas goes right down the lane after taking it away. And a whistle.
Yeah, Kaylee McCarthy coming out of this one for Jalen Cuniff. That's her. She has 3 turnovers in this one. Just not playing to the best of her ability as she usually plays, because we know how good Kaylee McCarthy is, Joey, in big moments. She plays well in big games. She was great in the Central Catholic game, as well as the Bishop Fenwick game in the Comcast tournament, as well as last Thursday against PV. Of course, double-digit points, 10 points for her. She's just not clicking right now offensively, but she'll get it back together, Joey.
Zeke, I'm glad you brought up the Central Catholic game, because with that and the game against Bishop Fenwick, the Tanners lost 2 games in a row for the first time this season, and they didn't really seem like themselves. But in these first 2 playoff games, it seems to me that they've kind of got their rhythm back.
Yeah, they really have kind of got their rhythm back. And let's go down to sideline reporter Hadi Bilal, who's just preaches and preaches about getting their rhythm, getting that momentum back. Hadi?
No, I wanted to expand a great call. You talked about consistency. If you are a Woburn Lady Tanners fan of girls basketball, you want to see this team play consistent for all 4 quarters. And we kind of saw that first quarter. You said it was solid. Second quarter was amazing. Third quarter has kind of died down a little bit. But if you want to, what I talked about getting to the Final Four and doing playing all the teams you want to play, you're gonna have to be consistent in exactly what you need to do for all 4 quarters. And it's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do as the third quarter winds down, and they're gonna probably talk about momentum and all the things of that sort.
Tanner's trying to keep their momentum as McCarthy knocks down the mid-range jumper to answer the scoop layup by Dorlis on the other end.
Yeah, I think if you're head coach Steve Sullivan, you want to go back to what got you this lead, and that was Riley McCarthy and the ball movement. Using that swift ball movement, knowing the ball moves faster than the player, as an offensive foul called on Andover here with the moving screen, but going back to the bread and butter, passing the basketball around, finding Riley McCarthy wide open for the jumper. They just need to keep going back to what's working. Don't change it up.
McKenna Morrison finding Jalen Cuniff on the wing, right back to McKenna. Pass into the post for Shannon. Goes out to Riley Morgan, who knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, Riley Morgan hadn't got a point yet to that point of the game, but finding herself in rhythm, getting the basketball and taking a jump shot, exactly what she needed to get that rhythm back as she hits that mid-range jumper.
Tanners bring the lead all the way back up to 20 points, 43-23. And are about 9 minutes and change from punching their ticket to the Elite Eight. Dorlis working on Morgan. Going right in, the hook shot is no good, and Riley Morgan's there for the rebound.
Yeah, if you took a look there, Ella Seymour wide open in the corner. Dorlis just going individual, one-on-one, trying to get a shot. Seymour just sitting there, calling for the basketball.
Jalen Cuniff reverses for McKenna Morrison. McCarthy finds Riley McCarthy now. Going back out, Riley Morgan. Post, extra pass underneath. Riley McCarthy with the finish.
Joey, I was moving my arms because the ball movement there was incredible. McCarthy, Morgan, back to McCarthy, different McCarthy, and she puts it in. Just the ball movement's incredible today for the Tanners.
Dorlis's one-handed three is no good.
You know, towards the end of the Peabody Veterans game, head coach Steve Sullivan went to more of a triangle offense, moving the ball around, finding the center in the paint. And they've continued to do that in this game. And that might be the key to a championship here.
More beautiful passing. It's a mid-range jumper. Riley McCarthy rolls out, no good. McCarthy can't finish. McCarthy got it back. Riley now trapped in the post, looking to fight through it and a jump ball.
It looked like Shannon McCarthy got hacked early. Didn't call it, but of course Riley McCarthy there to defend her cousin and be determined to get the basketball and resulting in a jump ball Woburn possession. But I want to go back, Joey, to Riley Morgan. You know, when you talk about a cornerback in the NFL, you don't want to talk about them during a game if they're playing well because they're playing such good defense. That's what I'm feeling with Riley Morgan right now. She's playing such good defense that we're not talking about her because she's putting on the clamps for whoever she's guarding.
Riley McCarthy, another mid-range jumper. This one's off the front of the rim, no good. Tuzolo flies right in for the rebound and gets two.
Tuzolo, same thing there as Andover with another turnover. Look who's there, Alina Ayanian, the young freshman, back at it.
16.2 seconds to go. Tanners get a possession off the turnover forced by Ayanian. Morrison swings for Riley McCarthy into the corner. Kaylee McCarthy. Back to Riley. Under 5 seconds to go now. Morrison holding, now having to drive. Kaylee McCarthy, mid-range jumper. Doesn't go as time expires for the third quarter. But the Tanners with a 24-point lead with 8 minutes to go as we approach the fourth quarter.
There's that run. There's that run we were looking for. It came towards the end. You know, of course, we have sideline reporter Hadi Bilal with us, but it came towards the end. 3 minutes, we talked to Hadi. Hadi said, we need a run. We got it there. Hadi?
Yeah, no, exactly what I talked about, having a run. Now it's just going to be finishing the fourth quarter, finishing with pride, doing exactly what you've been doing first, second, third quarters, about being consistent. And I just want to point out something right there in the last few minutes, that incredible ball movement, the incredible ball discipline finding the open people, finding the great opportunities, just confusing Andover's defense in many ways as possible, and just creating the open shots, getting the best opportunities. It's one of some of the best basketball I've seen from all season. It's what a perfect time for them to be doing that, especially now, and going a ticket possibly to the Elite Eight very soon.
Yeah, Hadi, you made a great point there, and I don't want to go at Andover so much, but on defense, when Woburn are using that ball movement to their advantage, Andover looks startled, baffled to say the least, Joey. How the Tanners have been moving that basketball, finding the open jumpers, open layups, open three-point shots. But the most important thing about it is, Joey, they've been hitting the open shots. Give the credit where credit is due. Brooke Tuzlo, Riley McCarthy, Jalen Cunniff, Riley Morgan, they've been hitting their shots. You can do all the passing you want, but if you're not hitting your jump shots, there's no points on the board.
The Tanners look to hold serve as we are set for the final 8 minutes of action here tonight. Morrison rips it right away. Easy layup for Riley Morgan.
Andover once again falling asleep there. McKenna Morrison, a big steal, finding Riley Morgan like she's a slant down the lane.
Verdoni tried to swing it across. Tuzolo got a hand on it, but Andover keeps possession. La Rovere swung it back into the paint, and another whistle.
Just take a look, Joey, at every possession on Andover. They just can't find anything. Woburn have an answer for everything that the Golden Warriors are doing tonight.
Shannon McCarthy picks up the foul there as Dorlas floats one up, doesn't go, gets her own, and finishes on the second chance.
Andover basket number 1, Arissa Dorlas.
Kaylee McCarthy gets it back to McKenna Morrison. Morrison goes to Morgan in the corner. Nice ball movement once again. Kaylee McCarthy finds Morrison. Riley Morgan tries the mid-range jumper. That one's pure.
Take a look at McKenna Morrison. After the Andover player went flying, trying to reach for the basketball, she knew that they were on a 4v5. The ball movement moved fast, found Riley Morgan for a wide open jump shot.
Margolis tries a three. That one's off the backboard, no good. And Tuzolo goes back to Morrison. Riley Morgan in the corner thought about the three, instead redirects. Morrison tries a three of her own, doesn't go. McCarthy gets a rebound, tap to herself, layup goes up, no good. Shannon McCarthy's there to try to clean it up, no good. And a whistle.
McCarthy once again fighting on the glass there. Bench points for Woburn, 20. That comes from Riley McCarthy, Kaylee McCarthy, Alina Ayanian. It's been incredible.
You look at the bench points for Andover, and they've got none. That's where the discrepancy is for the Tanners, as that's where they've pulled away from the Golden Warriors.
You know, Joe, it speaks to the depth. It speaks to the depth that head coach Steve Sullivan has built over the years, as McKenna Morrison with the foul there. But it speaks to the depth when you look at Kaylee and Riley McCarthy getting their time on JV last year. Of course, Kaylee getting called up towards the end of the year. You look at Alina Ayanian. She was playing JV at the beginning of this season, but because of the work she put in, she got to this level. Look at girls like Jalen Cunniff, Brooke Tuzlo, not even in the rotation as much last season, but this year they've come up big. You know, developing those players over the years and utilizing JV, because not many teams utilize JV to the best of their ability. That's what the Tanners have done so well, and that's why the bench points look like they do.
Nice pass inside by Morgan to McCarthy, and she's fouled through a double team. Whether they call a travel on Shannon, even though it looked like she had two defenders all over her.
Yeah, it looked like a foul there, but it looked like she traveled before the foul call.
La Rovere across half court now. Now Dorlas has it here. Now giving it up. Inside, ball goes off of Morgan, but staying with it. Margolis tries a three. This one's rebounded by Shannon McCarthy. Riley Morgan in the corner going right back inside to Shannon. Through a triple team. Fires one up. Doesn't go but gets fouled.
Shannon McCarthy's just having fun right now. She's in beast mode. She gets the basketball, sees two defenders. They're too small. Goes up, gets fouled. She's at the line for two.
2 shots for Shannon McCarthy.
McCarthy knocks down the first from the line. 52-25. Tanner's up 27. McCarthy a double-double. 10 points, 12 rebounds to go along with 4 assists.
Just another incredible performance from Shannon McCarthy. Really just no one there to defend her and deal with her.
That's why she constantly sees those double and triple teams, because no one can guard her one-on-one. Inside, Andover through a foul. We'll go to the line for 2.
Of course, Joey will have post-game coverage for you. Our sideline reporter, Hadi Bilal, will catch up with one of the Tanner members of the Lady Tanners after the game.
Checking in for Woburn, number 24, Amari Williams, and number 1,
Program update. The boys hockey team will take on Newburyport tomorrow in their Elite 8 matchup with a chance to clinch their spot in the Frozen Four.
Of course, catch that on Woburn Public Media Center, highlighting Jack McElhenney and Darby Ciaverdoni in the round of 16 matchup against North Andover, getting the goals to help Woburn in that one.
Jalen Cuniff gets it ripped away for a moment, got it back. Now a fight for it on the ground, and a jump ball was called.
checking in for Woburn, number 22, 2-0. Just ball, Woburn ball.
Cuniff finds an open Kaylee McCarthy. Looking for McKenna Morrison, who got fouled.
Andover foul, number 3, Laura Rivera, her second foul.
La Rivera picks up the foul. That's her second. McCarthy now open in the corner again. This time goes to Tuzolo. Back to Kaylee for 3. No good. Offensive board Cuniff. Out to Morrison. McCarthy on the top of the key now. Amari Williams driving in. Picks up the contact and a foul.
They're going to call that on the floor, though, as she wasn't completely in her shooting motion just yet.
Cuniff inbounds it right to Tuzolo. Tuzolo is looking for Morrison, but it's a little bit errant. But Keely McCarthy there to track it down, and she gets it taken away by La Rovere. La Rovere floats one up off the Euro step, doesn't go. Rebounded by McCarthy. And Morrison will reset with 3:55 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. Tanner's on the verge of heading to the Elite Eight. Amari Williams open in the post, now going out to Cuniff. Back to Amari on the free throw line. McCarthy tries a 3, doesn't go. McKenna Morrison there, and the floater is of course good.
Basket number 1, McKenna Morrison.
And the 3 by Margolis is good. That's her 4th 3 make of the second half. But it's too little, too late for the Golden Warriors. Down 54-28 with just over 3 minutes to go, as the shot's good for the Tanners. Beautiful cut by Dora Loss, and the find by La Rovere for 2.
Head coach Steve Sullivan calling a time out there, trying to get his subs and talk it over as, of course, up 26 points in this game, and Tanner's just playing their hearts out right now and want to get this done. And looks like they will, Joey. We're going to try to get a McCarthy trio interview after this one for our viewers. And it's going to be fun, Joey. It's going to be fun. This playoff run is fun. Woburn Tanner Sports is fun right now.
It's a great time to be a Tanner Sports fan, as said in our Tanner playoff preview.
I just want to shout out the hockey team for making tomorrow's theme beach theme. Questionable why beach theme in an ice rink, but hey, that's really not my, not my decision to make.
I have breaking news about that. They have changed that theme due to the beach theme being for this game as well. It is now an orange out tomorrow evening.
Joey, that is, whoever changed that, that is an incredible stroke of adjustments late. Just beautiful. Shout out to the senior captain, Hayden LaPrade, for that just incredible move there down low. Competing with head coach Steve Sullivan and all his adjustments he's made in this one, to say the least.
Ayenya now across half court.
Just a stroke of beauty, Joe. I can't get over it.
Zwicker with a handle now, going back to Riley McCarthy on the wing. Haley finds Alina Ayenya. And now the drive by senior Sophia Olsen, the left-hand top shot, no good. Amari Williams goes right back to Olsen for two.
Shout out to the senior Sophia Olsen getting a big bucket there in the fourth quarter for the Tanners as we await the entrance of Riley Trask and Kaylee Bird.
First career playoff points for Sophia Olsen there in her final season as a member of the Tanners. Drive there by La Rovere, but she is interfered with in a foul. She'll go to the line for two.
Woburn will be hosting Bridgewater Raynham here at Woburn Memorial High School. Of course, we'll keep you updated on the Woburn Public Media Center Instagram page and all of our socials for when the time of that game is.
Tanners need a few days of rest before getting back out onto the hardwood.
How they're playing right now, Joey, I'm sure they want to go just play this game right now.
I bet you they could, and they'd have a good shot at winning. Trask thought about the three, instead going inside for Olsen. Bakari swings it for Bird. Inside to Olsen, ball loose. Olsen through a triple team, still has possession, and it's finally ripped away there. After some tight defense by number 13, Savannah Ross, now La Rovere swings it for number 4, Ella Seymour. Now back to La Rovere on the post, the jumper is good.
Andover basket number 3, La Rovere.
Riley Trask looked for Jenna Bakari there, and that's where the whistle came. And Bakari was set up at the free throw line, but they'll rule the foul on the floor, and Bird will inbound. A minute and 12 seconds remain in this ball game as it gets back to Bakari, guarded by Ross. Over to Zwicker now on the wing. Trask, top of the key. Zwicker tries a three. That one's good!
Haley Zwicker, Joey, we haven't seen much of her in the second half of this season, but she's a good player. We know how good she can be, and she has been for the Tanners, as Sophia Olsen with the steal there.
Bakari gets fouled from behind. A tough spill there by Bakari, but she's right up. Bakari seems to be just fine. She'll inbound the basketball here, going to junior Riley Trask. Zwicker now on the wing. Bakari going back to Trask. Now extra pass looking for Olsen inside. Loose. Olsen tried to rip it away, and now it ends up in the hands of Riley Trask. Bakari with under 30 seconds on the wing goes to Zwicker in the corner. 23 seconds on the clock, and a whistle now and to stop the clock with 21.9. Over and back called on the Tanners there. Laro there with under 20 seconds to go. Tough drive by Ross. Seymour in the corner, ball deflected by Olsen, but they'll call her for a foul. Tanner student section starting to feel it. They will move on to the next round. Take on Bridgewater Raynham in the Elite Eight.
And as they said after the Woburn hockey game on Saturday, pass the baton to the girls. The girls now pass the baton back to boys hockey for this massive matchup against Newburyport tomorrow at 7:30 at the O'Brien Ice Rink, or as they call it in Woburn, the Ned.
Tanners will play some catch. Bakari holds. Final seconds tick away, and the Woburn Tanners have dethroned the defending champs. They will move on to the Elite Eight and face Bridgewater Raynham for a spot to get back to exactly where they were a year ago in the Final Four.
Boy, Joey, you know, when you had any doubt of this team going to the playoffs with those two straight losses against Bishop Fenwick and Central Catholic, you're just surprised. You're just surprised with those two straight losses. But then you go in and you see the performance against Peabody Veterans. Big win. Then you go and dethrone Andover, like you said, Joey, and beat them by a whopping 25 points after their comeback win against Franklin in that first round. It speaks volumes to where this team is at. And it's just incredible how they played.
Hadi Bilal working on an interview with the McCarthy family contingent on this Tanner basketball roster. Zeke, we will have a new Division I champion thanks to the Woburn Tanners.
Thanks to the Woburn Tanners, indeed, and a lot of the fun and happiness in the city of Woburn thanks to these Lady Tanners, especially as they continue to perform on all volumes. And it looks like we do have Hadi Bilal ready down low. We'll go to Hadi with the McCarthy trio.
All right, thank you, Zeke. Amazing game, guys. So I just want to ask you just initial thoughts. How do you feel about that game?
I thought it went pretty well. I mean, I think that our bench is really strong, so that helps. Like, we can go like 7 or 8 deep. They could only go 6. So I think it went really well, as you can see in the scoreboard.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about your shooting, guys. So both of you had amazing shooting tonight. How did you feel about that shooting?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I haven't been shooting great lately in some of the games, so this was a real confidence boost.
And we did receive word that Bridgewater Raynham won their game in overtime against Wellesley, and that was an overtime upset. So what do you know anything about Wellesley and how
Well, we watched the Bridgewater Raynham versus Fiend game, and I'm pretty sure Fiend beat them by 10, so it's going to be pretty even.
All right, that's going to be it. Going to go back to Zeke and Joey. Thank you, girls. Great game.
Thank you. Thanks, Hadi, and thank you to everyone really, who conducted that interview for us. And as we set up the matchups currently for the Elite Eight, it'll be Lexington against Bishop Fien, as some of the powerhouses still remain in this part of the bracket. And of course, as mentioned in the interview, Woburn will take on Bridgewater Raynham after they upset Wellesley this evening. So Zeke, we have an opportunity for a Middlesex League matchup in the Final Four.
Yeah, but you can't get past Bridgewater Raynham, and most definitely can't get past Bishop Fien and how good those two teams are. A lot of hurdles to climb for Lexington and Woburn, and especially Woburn as they go up against Bridgewater Raynham. We'll have updates for you on the schedule of that game soon.
The next focus for the Tanners is Bridgewater Raynham, but that'll do it for us here tonight. Once again, your final score, Woburn 61 and 36. The Tanners come away with a 25-point victory. For our producer, Kevin Burkett, our camera operators, Jack Parise and Ryan Lush, he is Zeke Altman, I am Joey Matroni, Hadi Bilal down sideline. Thank you for watching.